You and I have spoken about the current situation with working together, online, virtual relationships, which sometimes leads to project nightmares. So, kind of elaborate. What are your thoughts on this?
Thanks, Peter. Aisha, I love the visualization you created because now I want to take that and make it a little more like tactical for the relationships we might be dealing with in this virtual world. And I'm just going to put aside how crazy the times are and really just speak to leadership and cultivating powerful leadership and powerful teamwork and taking on that you are 100% responsible for all of your collaborations and for all of your teamwork. And that was an absolutely excruciating lesson for me to learn. I would rather pay you 10 grand to do nothing than have a hard conversation with you. And I've done that. I've paid people 10 grand to do nothing and avoided the hard conversation. I've watched them not do the work and then sat there silently, gripped by a fear of not saying something. Usually for me, gripped by the fear of being a bitch or sounding like a bitch. But breaking through that is the reason, like the reason why my businesses and my life work. Because at the end of the day, all anything is the relationships we have. So these are like really little red flags that I've seen cause big problems in virtual relationships right now. Okay. They're so innocuous, but bear with me. How about that they show up late? They cancel at the last minute. They reschedule at the last minute. They won't turn on their video in a Zoom call, which can usually means they're distracted, or they're vague about next steps. And those are also the folks that like avoid setting deadlines and follow-ups in the calendar. So the project doesn't have much momentum. Or my favorite is the person where like there's always a crisis 5 minutes before the call and they can't show up. Um, so the reason these little red flags cause big problems is that they are like little energetic parasites on your mission, on your commitment, on your vision, because you are 100% responsible for your teams and for your life. And to chronically complain about someone else's behavior is actually on you, not on them. So, in order to be okay with holding this line, you want to get clear on what you make it mean about yourself if you're not willing to tolerate it anymore. Will they hate you? Will you develop a nasty reputation? Do you just want to look good? Will it mean you're unkind or inflexible? Like, what does it mean about you if you're not willing to tolerate bad behavior in your partnerships anymore? Unlocking this for yourself is total freedom. And the one thing I see over and over again is that we need permission to have hard conversations sometimes, but big people doing big things have hard conversations. And there is a cost to keeping these people around. It means that energetically, you are a no to something greater. You're a no to your dream collaborator because you're keeping the lukewarm one on. And it like took every ounce of courage for me to fire my old publicist who wasted like 5, 7 grand. And like the moment I finally did it, there was room for the publicist of my dreams to walk through. So, in what ways are you more committed to not rocking the boat than to your happiness, your joy, and the success of your visions? And I'd offer you one takeaway from this. Have this hard conversation with one person on your team that you've had chronic complaints about by the end of today. Be a stand for what you've created. And if you say it with love, if you give up being defensive, it'll be such a contribution to that person. We're like conditioned to have hard conversations be terrible, but you might not even need to fire them. But either way, you'd be in a whole new world of teamwork and leadership and owning your integrity.